everyone, I am Ezhilarasi and doing PhD in Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute. In this video, we are going to see about evolution of energy meter towards green environment. Everyone knows what is energy meter, right? Yeah. Energy meter is a device which is used to measure how much electricity we are consuming in our household. One of the most important invention of mankind is electricity. After its mass production for lighting, it was sold to the consumer. But the biggest problem was how to sell the electricity. That was the biggest problem. For that reason only, energy meters were invented. In history, lot of electric meters were invented with a different name, different future at different times. In 1879, Thomas Alva Edison invented an electrolytic meter which basically works on chemical reaction for his DC distribution, and also he patented this idea in 1881. In 1884, Hermann Aron invented a pendulum-based energy meter without knowing its principle was already developed by William Edward and John Perry in 1881. In 1888, Elgu Thomson developed a chemical meter which was very similar to Edison meter with some changes, and also this meter was worked very well better than the Edison meter. In 1886, a moving coil galvanometer type meter was invented by Edward Wesam, which becomes the basics for voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter for the upcoming 100 years. In 1894, Oliver Schallenberger invented an induction typed energy meter, and also he invented ampere hour meter in 1897. After that, lot of meters were invented with some improvement in its functionality. Even though functionality was improved, that metering process became tedious. For this reason only, in 1910, Richard William patented automatic billing machine for meters. It can be attached to meters for automatic reading. In before such technology, utility person need to go to home for taking reading. In order to avoid this, in 1931, John Hewett patented automatic meter device. This device uses a dedicated electronic circuits for connecting consumer to utility provider for remote metering. Later, these metering technologies evolved into AMR and RMR. AMR means automatic meter reading. RMR means remote meter reading. In AMR, utility persons uses handheld computers for taking reading. In this technology, they need not to go to consumer house for taking reading. If they are in the range of house, it is enough to take the reading. RMR is nothing but a combination of AMR with the remote metering concept. Both AMR and RMR uses unidirectional communication for taking reading from consumer sites. There is no reverse communication from utility provider to consumer. During 1960s, digital energy meters were introduced, and these meters were used. Nowadays, a new metering technologies was introduced and used, which is called as smart metering. Smart metering is nothing but it's an advancement of AMR and RMR. In this technology, a device is used for connecting consumer and utility provider through bidirectional communication. That device is called smart meter. Smart meters can do lot of things like remote metering, remote monitoring, remote controlling and generating load profile, etc. etc. With these smart meters, we can achieve lot of functionalities. Finally, now come to the conclusion of this video. How these smart meters can participate in the green environment. When we use smart meters, we can reduce labor cost, printing cost and also transportation cost. These process involves CO2 emission in the environment. If we use smart meter, these CO2 emissions can be reduced, and also the load profile generated from the smart meter can be used for demand management. By using demand management, we can reduce the electricity generation. This results in enormous amount of CO2 reduction in the environment. So finally, when we use smart meter, we can move our society to a better green environment.